What is going on, New York? Welcome back to another. No, matter of fact, let me say a glorious episode of
Knicks Anonymous, baby. We back.
episode
105.
You. Before we get into the glorious show, I want to shout out the Knicks Anonymous family. As always, we are the people's voice.
And we are nothing without you, the people.
Yes, sir. Stevie, to all the kind people, the socials.
Oh, absolutely. Follow us on Instagram at Knicks Anonymous. Follow us on Twitter at Knicks Anonymous, spelled with a Z instead of an S. Also TikTok, Knicks Anonymous. You could also catch our stuff on YouTube. You could also find us on platforms such as Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, and Breaker. And as always, I haven't said it in a while, but if worst comes to worst, you can Google us, or you can see everything on the screen.
Yes, sir. If that's not enough for you, just like he said, if you look at this beautiful template that we have here for you on YouTube, you can see all the socials scrolling by. And if that is not enough for you, you can easily just go down on below this video, hit the link in the description, and all your problems will be solved. And while you're down there, actually, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to the channel. We have a great episode for you guys today and gals. We're going to talk about, is Evan Fournier still even a part of our organization? Will Emmanuel
Apparently he's in prison.
Yeah, Will Emmanuel, or where is Emmanuel Quickly's extension? And is efficient RJ real? And stick tuned to the end of the video where we will talk about the great Damian Lillard trade and the Jrue Holiday rumors that are tied to us. So, Stevie, first on our list, the great Evan Fournier. Is Evan Fournier still playing for this team, Stevie?
No, it's possible he just might in the beginning of the year. And I'm gonna throw this out there. Because we still need shooting, he just might get minutes. Don't quote me on that, because I'm not guaranteeing it, because he just might also get nothing again. But I think the possibility is there. He just might get minutes. Maybe to showcase him in the trade. So yeah, for now he's still here. He seems unhappy about it because he kind of like, I'm just paraphrasing, but he kind of described it as like feeling like he's in prison. If prison is worth $20 million, lock me up. I'm down to go to that prison. But yeah, for the time being, he's here. He has to deal with it. Us as fans have to
just cry, just cry about it, right? And just
you know what I mean, bro. Like, we're all crying about it.
Cry me a river.
We're all crying for different reasons. Weird. I think it's a weird approach he's taking with it, but whatever.
I mean, it was kind of toxic at first, but I think he was acting on pure. I think he did like a Nick fan move. I think he was just acting on emotion. He kind of thought that that would get him out, maybe his PR team was like, yo, this is a good idea for you to get out, and in fact it actually stunted his way out. So because like, yo, bro, how, not to say that we're a bad team, but like when you say you want out of a place like New York for such reasons, for not playing, like, why aren't you playing on this team? Everybody should be playing on this team. And don't blame Tibbs. I don't want to hear it. Yes, he had lapses. Maybe he should have threw in Evan Fournier. But bro, if we're really gonna talk about it, the playoffs really, like, you had a certain game plan for so long. By you throwing Evan Fournier into the playoffs, what a curveball. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he practices with the team, but like, dude, that's gonna have major effects, especially the fact that everyone agrees that he can't play defense.
Even his defenders agree with that. That's the funny part. We all agree on something.
So yeah, let me see. We have a quote from from Stephen Bond of the New York Daily News. He quotes Evan Fournier saying, "I am still in New York at the moment. I want to leave, but beyond leaving, I want to have the opportunity to get some playing time back. That's all. That's mostly it.
Like I said, bro, he's going about this in an odd way. I won't say it's a distraction. It does, or it makes anybody look bad. 'Cause I don't think this makes him look bad. You know, he wants to play. You know, the guy wants to work. You know, when you have a guy in a job who wants to work, it's not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Not being allowed to work, you want to work. That's great. I can commend that. You know, he's a competitor. But at the same time, bro, you got to realize the situation you in. You got to wait. You know, we want you gone too. You want to be out, we want you gone. No, I'm serious. Like, it's funny, but at the same time, it's true. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be gone. A portion of the fan base wants you gone. And it's good for both parties. You know what I mean? Because you'll go to a better situation. We'll clear your money off the cap. But you got to be patient, bro. Because the truth is, this isn't Knicks regimes of the past. We're not just going to trade you just because we want to. We going to make sure we get what we can and make use of you. You know what I mean? You're still our asset. You know what I mean? Quote unquote asset. You know, because not a lot of teams see you that way. A lot of teams saw you
a lot of Knicks fans. A lot of Knicks
fans. They had traded for you already. You know what I mean?
A lot of
Knicks.
A lot of Knicks fans don't see you that way either.
I mean, truth be told, he is. He's filler for a trade. He's that big contract if we trade for somebody, which is why he's here. He's not going anywhere until, you know, pending trade.
But okay, so if that's the case, right? Because I already see the comments. If that's the case, then people will say, then why not play him if he's such a big part of that contract? Like because he's saying he's a big contract, right? You know, no one's gonna want a big contract.
Money wise, he's a big contract.
That's what I'm saying. So since he's so much money, why would I pay so much money for somebody who's sitting out? You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with him? That's what other teams would be thinking. Like, what's wrong with him? Why is he not playing? So like?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't see it as a red flag because we're not sitting him because of health. You know, he is healthy, so he can still play. You know what I mean? It's not like he's hurt or anything like that. So teams know what he's capable of, especially if they need a shooter and a scorer. Because you can't deny Fournier, even though he can't play defense for crap, you know, he's at least going to give you 12 points, you know, on minimum, especially coming off the bench. He's very capable of giving you 18, 19 on a hot night. So you can't say he's not an asset. It's just that, you know, I'll be honest, the Knicks kind of diminished his value by not giving him playing time. You know, that's our bad. You know, I'll put some of the blame on the Knicks. But at the same time, bro, you also didn't play your way into the rotation. So it's not just the Knicks' fault. We didn't just sit you out of spite. We sat you because, like, we had young guys that wanted to play, young guys that outplayed you on the defensive end, and that's what it is.
Well, some argue it's spite, obviously, because if you remember that Obi Toppin voice recording that came out with Tibbs not being able to coach, a lot of people use that against Tibbs with the Fournier situation. So, you know, at the end of the day, you can't please everybody. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? You're going to have confrontations in the workplace. Not everybody's going to be pleased. And if you want to be honest, look who's not pleased. Obi Toppin, the guy that didn't fit the system and's gone. And Evan Fournier, the guy that has no defense and didn't like
about to be gone.
And like
eventually gonna be gone.
And like Stevie said, didn't play his way into the rotation. So if you ask me, the two people that are the most pissed are the people that aren't doing anything for the team. So
I mean, I want to be so gray about it, but yeah, that's what it is.
You know what I mean? And that's, you know, nothing against Fournier. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he just doesn't fit. You know, we got a lot of young guys. He does not run. He does not run the floor. He's a set player. You know, this is a horrible offense for him. You know what I mean? He's not gonna thrive in this, and he has no defense. So you know, you missed all three marks, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could be mad at Knicks management for that signing. You know, that's fine. We're trying to rectify that.
Listen, you can. There's no denying that. Yes, even with the Kemba Walker thing, yes, they messed up. But you have to give credit to them in the fact that they didn't overpay. You know, you could argue they overpaid Fournier for what they're doing to him. I guess you can do that. But
yeah,
in the grand scheme of things, it's still not that much money. You know what I mean? Like, especially with the way the market is fluctuating right now. That could definitely pass. Evan Fournier could definitely pass for that amount of money for the right person. So
you know what it is too? People see $20 million and still equate that to max contracts, because that was the max back in the days. You got 20 million a year, you maxed out. I think it slips people's minds that the max now is like 40, 50 million. I really do, bro, because I can't lie. That's what happened with Jalen Brunson when we signed him. I was like, damn, 20. Well, we signed to 25, right?
20.
I was like, damn, 25. He should have took 20 or 18. You know what I mean?
Was it 25? I think it was 21.
25, 20, around that area. But either way, the point is, I was like, damn, he should have took a little less. It slips my mind too that 50, 40 mil is the max now. Which is why Jalen Brunson, off topic, which is why Jalen Brunson is a steal.
23.
Because we got that production at a mid-level contract for the next 3 years. So
we got him for 23.
Kudos to the front office for that one.
23 million. Yeah, mid-level contract, bro. It's high, yeah, but it's not like, if you look at it, it's like inflation. You know what I mean? Like, so
yeah, exactly.
The price rose, but not the actual. You know what I mean? Like it's still the same in a way. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I feel you. Yeah.
So you gotta shout out to management for that. Yes, did they pick the wrong people? Yes, but did they make those I still almost said poop. What is wrong with me? These people. He made these people movable with the contracts that he signed them.
And not only that, like, yeah, this was a mistake, and again, we can't critique management for that. Bad management, bad Leon Rose, if that's what you Knicks fans want to do. But at the same time, these bad moves didn't set us back.
We made it to the second round. We actually went forward.
Exactly. It'd have been different. These moves set us back. You know what I mean? It did it. It set us back maybe last year when we didn't make the playoffs, but that was about it. Because guess what happened? We made the playoffs this year, made the second round, like you said, which is called what? Progress.
Improvements. Thank you. Now, I don't want to stick too much on this Evan Fournier thing because it's kind of irrelevant, but it is still chatter amongst the Knick community. So guess what? As Nick,
we don't talk about it.
As Nick, exactly. Thank you. As Nick podcasters, we're gonna talk about it.
I didn't even want to talk about it before the show. He was talking about it. I was like, yeah, I don't know, but
So just to be professional, I'm gonna leave you out with one more quote from Fournier. It goes, "What frustrates me is not being able to control things. If I knew, for example, that the coach was going to give me 10, 15 minutes here and there, I know that I could make the most of it and grab minutes gradually and perform well." That's asking a lot of minutes, especially with who was actually using those minutes. But that's not even the case. I don't have the opportunity to play, and even worse, I feel like I'm being held hostage. I hope this situation will resolve itself, and I especially hope that the Knicks will give me a chance.
That's what I was talking about when I said he was in prison. My fault. He said he's being held hostage. Bro, if you holding me hostage and paying me $20 million, I want in. Can I be a hostage, bro? Can I be a hostage?
I'll be shit. Yeah.
I'll be a hostage eating steak. Like, oh no, I'm stuck. Like
you get benefits. You know what I mean? You probably get like massages. You get like the best, care. You know what I mean? The medicine. You know what I mean? Like the trainers and shit. I'm sure that's all inclusive. Like.
Yeah, I'll be like, well, send the cops, but like, don't
rush.
At
least the team trainers.
Send the cops, but don't rush. Take your time. $20 million hostage. Come on, man.
That's wild.
Come on, Evan.
Come on.
Better than this, man.
Come on, Evan. Just let it happen, Evan. Let God take the wheel, Evan. All right, so on to our next topic at hand. Where is the Immanuel Quickley extension, or will there be an Immanuel Quickley extension? Now, can I go first on this, please?
Sure, knock yourself out.
Okay, so I think the extension will happen regardless he stays or not, because it would make him that much more valuable, because I think letting him walk for nothing will be the dumbest thing that this management can do. I think we got to put a price tag on him. We got to sign him. We got to extend him regardless. Like RJ, just because we extended him does not mean he's not, he could be in a trade somewhere down in the future. So, I think it's pivotal that we extend him regardless of the situation. Extension is mandatory. Now, will he stay? Is completely up to him. But I feel like we need to get that situated fast if they haven't already. because I think there's going to be a lot of pieces like Drew Holiday, for example. If we extend quickly, right, that helps with the salary dump, with the cap, trying to accumulate it back. So maybe let's say something like that happens, sometime during the season, but then we're not sure whether Quickly wants to stay or not. So that's why extending him is mandatory, because that removes that out the equation, because now it doesn't matter whether he wants to stay or not. He is now for sale. He has a price tag now. So now will he stay? Like, I think I fucking answered that question like twice, but will he stay is completely up to him. I don't know what, it depends what he wants to do. Does he want to take the next step in his career and be a starter, or does he want to continue being a role player for the New York Knicks? I think he'll stay, because I think he sees the impact, and bro, he gets serenaded in the love of the most greatest famous arena in the world. You know what I mean? Like, so, and his favorite player is the sixth man. So I think this is destiny, if you ask me. I think he should just stay right where he is. He's gonna get the bag. The Knicks know how valuable he is. It's not like we're gonna rob him or something like that. Like, I'm very well sure that Leon Rose is gonna take care of him. But in terms of the extension, like what the question entitles, I think that is mandatory regardless. We just do not let him walk for nothing.
I agree. Media day is Monday and training camp is Tuesday, and I'm hearing that they might be trying to work something out to try to get the extension done by then. I don't know how true that is, but I hope it happens. From what I'm hearing, Quickly is seeking $100 million, so I'm guessing 4 years, $25 million. I'm guessing he wants that Brunson deal, which is again mid-level deal. So it would be for the production he provides, that'd be good. But I don't know.
I guess I could see why that strikes some red flags, because at the same time he did do kind of poorly in the playoffs, and people would say, like, if we're giving him that kind of money, we're kind of banking on him to outperform what he did. So we're not.
That's true, but people forget he got hurt. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't just not perform and not show up. He did get hurt, so I'll give him that benefit. But
he got hurt in what? He got hurt in the Miami series, though, right?
Yeah, I think he stays. Honestly, I think he eventually signs the extension. But it'd be interesting if he doesn't, though, because then that plays into the whole Drew Holiday situation, which we're gonna get into a little later. You know what I mean?
Like I said, yeah, like it helps with the salary. I mean, it helps with a trade. It actually.
No, even if we don't sign him, though, because the way I see it. We got to get into that later.
That's a fact.
Unless that's next.
No. We got one more. But
okay. All right.
That, that pretty much sums up the whole Immanuel Quickley thing. I think it's inevitable. I think we should just do it. Just do it. You know what I mean? Like, whether he stays or not.
He's great at his role, bro.
We got to be careful, though. I'm going to be honest about this, bro. I really, really like Quickley. But I don't think he's worth that Brunson deal, bro.
A little less. 4 years, 80.
80 is what? What is that a year?
20 mil a year. 18 mil a year. You giving him?
I'll give him. How much is 20?
If you give him 4 years, that's 80 mil.
20. I could do 20 mil a year. 21. 21. 20.
All right.
21. Max.
Okay.
25 is a little bit, because again with the playoffs. Now, you know what I mean? I get it. He was hurt, but bro, he played in the Cleveland series. Yeah, he was, you know what I mean? Like,
I would try to start at 18 and negotiate from there, but that's just me.
No, 21 max. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I would start at 18 though. See if he settles. Like, yo, bro, you get it's not like you're not getting a raise. We give you 18 mil a year, and you was on a rookie contract. And you was picked in the late first round. This is a super raise.
So wait, that could help in the negotiation too. You know what I mean? That can play some power. And
that's just me though. I don't know Leon Rose's negotiating style, and if that's how he approaches things.
So maybe
that's how I would approach.
So wait, okay. I've never played GM before, so I don't even know if this is how it works. But hear me out for a second. what if we did like a 2-year extension with like an option at the end of it? Is that possible? Like he can like it like how can you get a raise off of that? Like
You would have to give him like 2 years, 30 mil type shit.
nah, that's OD. So never mind.
Yeah, exactly. You would have to give him a little more to take that deal because he'd be settling. So you'd have to give him a little extra.
Actually, never mind. Yeah, so I'm for 40.
At least that's how I see it, you know, because I'm not a GM either. We're just podcasters taking guesses. So I
Yeah.
really can't see how that goes. But
But you know, you see where I was going with that, like on some like, yo, just to get like a tryout extension, like we
I
can
understand.
like we'll extend you, but like we'll give you until you prove to us what you could do in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like on that kind of thing.
Yeah, I understand. I don't think he'll do that though. I think he wants the long-term deal, if I'm not mistaken.
Which is fine because that's still a tradable contract, so that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, because he is valuable. It's not like teams don't see him as a starting point guard.
Yes. So okay, so if we're gonna sign him for the 4 years, I'm not jacking 25. I'm jacking 18 through 21, like you said. I'm like that price range. That is good because, as like you said, you're coming off a rookie contract, my friend. You did have a great stretch with us. You almost won 6th man of the year, but you're just lacking a little something in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So if you would
Those some playoff incentives in there. If
Boom.
your playoff performance goes up, you get an extra 5 mil.
there you go. What? I'll beast. But yeah. So either way though, what do you what your take on quickly is would you want him to stay or leave? I say stay, obviously.
Of course I want him to stay. I don't want him to leave.
Stay indeed. Last but not least, the main man himself, the Maple Mamba, Broadway Barrett. Is efficient RJ real? Meaning
I think you mean playoff RJ. I hope so.
well, I'm talking playoff RJ, I'm talking FIBA RJ.
I hope so, because if he is, then we can hold off on making deals, because then he'd be that third piece off rip. You know what I mean? And what better way to take the step forward than with our own people? So imagine that. He stays consistent. He is the FIBA RJ, or he is the playoff RJ. That's actually the best case scenario, believe it or not, for the Knicks. It's not even a superstar trade. That's the best case scenario right there.
You open the eyes to the people. Preach, my friend, preach.
You know, like, yeah, exactly. I hope he is. You know, we don't know. Maybe, like, we'll see. That's a wait and see for me. You know what I mean? I hope it's the case, but, you know, we got to wait and see on that one.
I agree with you, man. Like we said on with Mill Media, shout out to Mill Media. Shout out
Word.
to
Hostess with the mostest.
OD. I actually forgot what podcast she was working for. I forgot. I think it's Knicks Nation. Oh my god, please forgive me. I would just say Knicks Nation. I'll fix it in post later.
I think it was Big Nick Energy.
Big Nick Energy. Okay, boom. One of those. Okay, I'm sorry. I think I shouted like 2 podcasts at the same time. But shout out to everybody regardless. I think RJ's feeling it, man. I think he's starting to find his groove. And like I said, he's fine-tuned his jump shot. That is something.
I hope so, bro. Oh my god, I hope it stays that way.
That was something that was like, you know, have you ever been so thirsty and you just take a bottle of water and just that feeling of just you know what I mean? Like, that's what it felt like when I saw RJ shooting the ball from 3 in the FIBA tournament. When I saw him go 4 of 8 in the bronze game, I was like, yo, that's it. That's it. And, you know, I saw the sports science. It's not literally sports science, but I read the reports that RJ's working with another trainer. Don't know his name, but that trainer fixed the old trainer's bad habits, so I've heard. Meaning he's tweaked some jump shots. You know, his feet are a little bit more pointed towards the basket, the elbow tucked in, the jump shot he's jumping a little more on the jump shot. He's not doing like the little half thingy. He's set. He's nice and comfortable, dude.
Great to see.
If how did I phrase it again? If if efficient RJ is real, like Stevie said, that is best case scenario for the New York Knicks. Because if that's the case, that means now we have another outside threat. Because I'm not jacking RJ should go 50% every game, because I don't think that's, reasonable. I don't even think Curry can go 50%. He can probably go pretty close, but I would say RJ, if you can go about 43, right? 43, Stevie?
Overall?
Yes.
Give me 45.
44. I'll say 40. I'll be lenient. 44.
Okay. I say 44. 44, 45. Okay.
44. If you can give me 44 RJ from 3, shooting.
Oh, no. I thought you said overall.
Oh, overall? Okay. Sorry. What I meant to say was 3.
3?
Yes.
Because remember, bro, you're asking a lot. That's asking a lot from RJ. 44%, bro. That's like some of the greatest shooters ever.
You are right. Okay, you're right. So like 30.
If he gives me 44 overall field goal percentage, great. I think you're trying to say as far as 3-point percentage around the 36-37 range.
Yeah.
For him, that would be great.
Yes, please. My apologies. Brain fart there.
Don't worry.
So 37.
39 would be great.
Yeah.
But again, that's asking a lot for him.
37.
Not saying he can't pull it off, but you know what I mean? Let's start small with RJ, man. He has to show us that he is who he is now. You know what
I mean finish with 37, not start with 37. I want him to finish with 37. That would be good.
For the season, exactly.
Yes. I want to finish with 37, and overall 44 would be a great number, because that means he would pretty much be around that area of threes. So, and how many threes? 3, 4, 3
per game for RJ.
3. I'll say 3.
Give me 2.
2.5.
Give me 2.
Can we do 2.5? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
On the stats, 2.5.
Yeah,
I could do that. I could deal with that. But RJ, if this is who you really are, RJ, you will be a blessing, because the Knicks finally drafted right. You know what I mean? That stigma could finally leave the window. That the Knicks don't draft right in the right places. Nah, done deal. Because if RJ blows up, and we extended him, meaning we fully committed to him. So shout out Leon Rose for that one.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't want to talk about, Leon Rose. You can shout out him for that one as well. So let's get to the bread and butter of this episode, what the people really wanted to hear.
Oh boy.
Damian Lillard has left the Wild Wild West and has entered the gritty East. And he has joined the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, actually. I got that blast on my phone. I was like, oh, wow. That came out of nowhere.
Yes, sir, it did. Miami fans are enraged.
Bro, like, you should have known from the get-go you wasn't going to get him, because they didn't have the assets, dude. It didn't matter what he wants.
Y'all really thought Kyle Lowry was going to be enough for Damian Lillard?
Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, and who else?
Victor Oladipo.
It wasn't enough.
Victor Oladipo.
Sorry, y'all.
Who hasn't played in like God knows when. So
it is what it is, Miami.
Did you see the post of the guy that had the Miami Heat jersey of the 0 with Lillard? And he was like,
"Nah, I did not."
He was like, "What do I do with this jersey now?" At first, I was like, "How did he even get that jersey?" Like, he probably customized it, right?
Jersey.
So that means
he customized it.
So if he customized it, that means he probably spent around roughly $100 to almost close to $200 for that, depending where he got it from.
Oh yeah, might have to burn that jersey.
Oh yeah,
You basically get to burn $200.
And you can't even use that. You can't.
How much it costs?
You can't even use that one credit card. I think it's American Express that or Capital One. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, because he was never in the Heat.
He wasn't on the Heat. Can't use it.
Can't switch that.
Can't use it. No, sir. So you are stuck, or you either burn it. And I vote with Stevie. I think you should burn it, but burn it safely. Please don't burn the house down or the neighborhood. You didn't hear it from me. So within this trade, it was not only the Bucks and the Trailblazers. It was the Suns, the Bucks.
Three-way trade.
Yes, the Suns were also the Suns were also included in that trade. The Suns came off with Nurkic and a couple of other pieces, but I think Nurkic was the main.
They came off, bro. I think the Suns came off on the low.
I think they did.
They had
well.
Nurkic, Nasir Little, and I think they came off with Grayson Allen. I think Nurkic replacing Ayton spreads the floor out a little more because Ayton didn't really have a shot. Nurkic does, so it kind of makes them a little more dangerous. You know, the defense takes a step back, but the offense takes a step up. Even though it really didn't need it because you got KD, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal, but it is what it is.
With Nurkic, that team's gonna be deadly. I still think Denver's gonna take it though, if you ask me. But that's a different topic.
Oh yeah, I still got Denver. I still got Denver going all the way.
That's a different topic.
I got Denver and Milwaukee in the finals.
And then
But
Drew Holiday.
better.
Drew Holiday has found himself on the Portland Trailblazers with a couple other pieces. But within this madness, the Trailblazers have made it clear that they do not see Drew Holiday in their long-term plan, so they are open to deals. And I'm gonna be honest, bro, I don't think he's part of anybody's long-term plan because that man don't have much left. As good as he's doing still, and he's in like shape physically.
He has 2 years left on his contract, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Check that. Let me check that real quick. Hold on. I'm sorry.
So you're probably wondering, hey, LJ, what does that have to do with us? Well, I'll tell you, the Knicks media being Knicks media couldn't help themselves but tie Drew Holiday to the New York Knicks. He was also tied to the Indiana Pacers. That would be a crazy look with Tyrese Halliburton and Drew Holiday. That would be kind of crazy with Obi Toppin.
I can't lie, that would be a good backcourt. They'd probably trade Buddy Hield for him.
Ooh.
If that would have happened.
But Portland got too many guards, man. They got like 8 guards. So okay.
Yeah, I was right. He has 2 years left. He becomes a free agent next summer, 2020. Not next summer. Next summer, 2024. He becomes a free agent 2025.
Yes. So of course.
So 2 years left on his contract.
So of course, the Knicks media, being Knicks media, they're just stuck to their old ways. Even though we do not need another guard, have tied us directly to Drew Holiday and say that he would be a great fit. We are not denying that whatsoever. I think Drew Holiday would be a great fit on any team, to be honest. I mean, let's take a look at my man's resume. Who wouldn't want a 3-time all defensive first team and a 2-time all defensive second team and a champion on their team?
He would be. I'll be honest, bro. The only negative about him is his age, honestly, because from what I hear, at the end of his contract, he may want to retire. So I'm iffy about trading any young pieces for him and draft picks. But as you said, there's no denying he would be a great fit on the Knicks, dude. A backcourt of him and Jalen Brunson is very intriguing, bro. That little offense and defense dynamic there. And Drew Holiday's no slouch on offense. You know what I mean? He's not an offensive superstar. But remember, he was on them champion Bucks. He hit a lot of clutch shots. So he can't play, and he comes up in big moments.
And I believe he was that clutch steal on CP3 to seal the deal.
I honestly don't recall off the top of my head, but you might be right.
Because he is the one that threw the lob to.
He's
the one that threw the lob to Giannis when he did the. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, that I remember. That's a fact. But again, great fit, and he would make the Knicks contenders as far as being one of the final 4 teams. He'd have that much of an impact. But again, the negative is his age, and we would only have him for 2 years. And from what I hear, as far as the math goes with contracts, we would have to either include Randall or
something
Barrett
big, because
supposedly, and quickly comes into play here too as well. especially if we don't extend them. Because if we don't extend them, you know, that would mean the potential's there. Him, Fournier, and some draft picks would be a part of a package.
So boom. With that being said, right, that means that we're banking on Jrue Holiday to take us to the championship because we're giving up youth for what is already. So that means that we are banking on him.
Yeah.
So that, you know what I mean? So that means we're banking on him to take us to the championship and inevitably win it, which this is not the case. Jrue Holiday will not do that for us.
I mean, well, you're saying it as we're going all in. And to an extent, that's true, but we're not going all in the way the Bucks went all in for Lillard. Because if we traded for Jrue Holiday, we'd still have enough pieces to make another trade to potentially get somebody else.
That's true.
So we'd still have assets. You know what I mean? We're not going all in. The only con in this situation is the young asset we're going to give up. Because we could give up the draft picks and still have bad draft picks left. Draft picks wouldn't be a big loss. We just have to be careful how we give them away. You know what I mean? So with that said, it's still, you know what I mean? Like we could still get him and still make other moves. The Bucks aren't in the same situation we are. And here's where the downside to the Bucks getting Dame Lillard goes. They have to win. Because Giannis still only has 2 years left on his contract. Hypothetically speaking, we trade for Jrue Holiday, it's not finals or bust for us. You know what I mean? It's probably Final Four or bust. I'll say that, because if we get Jrue Holiday, we making a statement saying, hey, we trying to take that next step. You know what I mean? Whether that leads to the finals is a whole nother question. The Bucks, on the other hand, made this trade saying we going all in. Hypothetically speaking, let me ask you this question off the Knicks right now. And I'm just gonna do this one question. What happens if the Bucks lose in round one?
I think Giannis might not be so happy.
You don't think Giannis is gonna be like, damn, we got Dame Lillard and still lost?
Or maybe imagine hypothetically speaking, imagine they don't even make the playoffs. Imagine, because
I don't see that.
I don't see
That's
that.
Not gonna happen.
I don't see that either. But like,
bro, unless severe injuries tear that team apart, this team is gonna be this team's probably the number 1 seed.
Which is very possible, by the way, with their track record.
Nah. Giannis is injury prone, but not severely injury prone. He's not like Kawhi. Because Kawhi misses like half the season, then comes back. Giannis will miss 5-6 games, come back, play 20-30 games, then miss another 5-6 games. You know what I mean? Same thing with Lillard.
Well, hopefully he can stay for the playoffs.
But it's not like, yeah, they'll be there. You know what I mean? Kawhi, you don't know. Just as an example. Excuse me, just as an example. So I wouldn't say it can be an issue for them, but I don't think that that's going to be a thing for them. Again, unless it severely hits them. But as far as the Knicks go, bro, yeah, Jrue Holiday would be a move saying we trying to take the next step, but it wouldn't make us finals or busts. I'll say that.
Yeah, and you know, and like the point I was saying, like, I would much rather just stick with the youth and just build what we got now. I mean, we've already been taking the next steps. We've already been improving. We got it to the second round. And I think Leon Rose and the squad should just continue just making the smart investments. You know what I mean? Investments. I think that's the key word. I think Jrue Holiday would be a bad investment because essentially you're buying high. So, you know, with a lot of guys we bought low. You know, Quickly was a late first round pick. Quentin Grimes was a late first round pick. And because of that,
Mitch was a second round pick.
Mitch was a second round pick, and because of that can help us with contracts. You know, as much as we want to pay them, sometimes we gotta bring in like, yo, bro, we got someone else we're looking at, you know, and in order to get him, we got to give you this amount, and because we got you at this, we can do this. So, you know, not to say they're gonna completely lowball them, but they would be worth. They're worth as much as they should get. How about that?
Understood.
But we actually get them for discount price. Yeah,
that's a fact. But overall, I'm 50-50. I wouldn't be mad if we got Drew Holiday because, again, great fit, good player. You know what you're going to get from him. But the timeline just ain't right.
I agree.
So that's why I'm 50-50. Again, if we did it, cool. It makes Eastern Conference Finals contenders, but it doesn't make us Finals contenders. We didn't do it, whatever, same thing. I think we're fine either way. But it's gonna be interesting to watch though, man, especially with the whole Quickly contract situation, things like that going down. You know, it might tie into this, so we may have to pay. We're gonna be paying close attention to this, keeping y'all updated.
We could be part of it.
We
could be part of a 3-team trade, or you know, we might not even get Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday might go somewhere. We may get something. You know, we may give up picks. You know what I mean? We don't know how this thing could turn out. So we could get Drew Holiday as capital. I don't know. It's possibility is endless.
They was talking to Philly too. It's possible he might go back to Philly. Who knows? Maybe Harden comes into play. That domino still hasn't fallen either.
Dude, James Harden and Jeremy Grant, that'd be crazy.
They did put Jeremy Grant on the market from what I heard. Wow. I still think that's somebody we should look at as far as wing. I would much rather look at him than Drew Holiday, even though his contract is crazy. Because he's another one who would make us better. Because as far as I see the Knicks right now, going with the same team we had and adding Dante DiVincenzo, I still say our ceiling is second round. Can we make the Eastern Conference Finals? Yeah, but not a guarantee.
That would be a steal.
Yeah, with either Drew Holiday or Jeremy Grant, we're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Going to the finals is a whole different story. I don't think we do that, but we're definitely going to the Eastern Conference Finals with one of them. But the con here is the price. What's it going to cost us? And you know what I mean? And hypothetically speaking, let's say we do trade either RJ or Quickly for Drew Holiday. Who's to say after Drew Holiday's 2 years ain't up, one of these two players aren't a better player than he ever was? Who's to say that won't happen? Which is another con to that situation. Because remember, they're still young. When Drew Holiday retires, RJ's what? 23 right now? 24?
23. I believe 23.
And they're around that age. They're around that age. Quickly not that old either. So 2 years from now, they're going to be at most 27, 28 years old.
Not even,
they're
probably.
not going to be at their best.
Not even 27.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They might even be younger than that. Exactly. They might even be young. I might be off with the age. I'm sorry, because I don't know their ages off the top of my head.
They'll be like 25. They'll be like 25, 24.
I don't know off the top of my head, but the point is, they're still going to be young. Who's to say they will not have surpassed Drew Holiday in every way at that time? Maybe not on defense.
Yeah.
Because again, Drew Holiday's an elite defender. It's going to be tough to pass that. But who's to say they won't pass them in every other facet of the game?
And plus, we do play team defense here.
Again, they're still young.
We do play team defense here in New York, so you don't even have to be a great defender to be on our team. You got to just put the effort.
Yeah, this defensive system hides your flaws, except for Fournier, of course. But you know, it is.
I think it's an effort thing, bro.
It is.
I think it's an effort thing. Cause again, somebody was arguing with Evan Fournier about yo, were you really putting up those shots? Or were you just sitting down and moping and arguing about the situation? Were you really going back into the gym and actually putting in the work? Which he probably was, but were you really doing it how you were supposed to be doing it? You know what I mean? So they said there was because bro, Thibodeau loves to hustle, bro. That's why he likes Quickly and Grimes so much, bro. They give you the hustle, they give you the effort. You know what I mean? Same with McBride. He's not, the best, but he'll give you 100%. He'll full court press if you need him to. You probably don't even have to ask. You probably do it just because he wants to do it.
Bro, again, you can't say. Remember that old argument? Tibbs doesn't develop players. Quickly wasn't a good defender when he came into the league.
He had a C+ rating.
What happened? Only took 2.
Or was it?
What happened? Only took 2 years. I think it was either a D+ or a C+. But either way, he was undergraded. That's the point. You know what I mean? He wasn't a great defender when he came in. He's not a great defender now, but he's a way better defender than when he came in. You know what I mean? That's development. That's the coach. The coach you all want to fire.
How about Mitchell Robinson, Mr. Hackashack? You know what I mean? My boy couldn't keep his hands to himself. My boy was falling out in the second quarter. What
That
happened?
ain't happening no more. Every once in a while it happens, but it doesn't happen like it used to.
Bro, it barely happens anymore, bro. Like rarely. It would happen
Oh
like
yeah, you get it. You get that 3 times. You had it 3 times a season, depending on which center he plays.
That's
you probably get that
perfect.
against Jokic.
That's amazing.
Yeah, probably get that against Jokic. 1 time against Embiid. 1 time against Towns, maybe, and that's about it.
And who else?
I'm fine with that.
Uh,
Everybody has bad games.
RJ has literally grown every single season he's played under Tibbs. I
I
think
hope it continues.
one of his worst years was under Magoo, Mr. Fizdale himself.
Rookie year. That was his rookie year.
That was
and
his,
half the second year.
yeah, that was his Kaka year. Who else? I mean, the entire Grimes is a young starter. I remember a lot of people said, "Oh, he doesn't like to start the young guys." Grimes looks pretty young to me, my friend. So
All the narratives are dying. You know, it's funny. They still run with them too. That's the hilarious.
you know what's
part.
crazy? He said, bro, they were saying Tibbs didn't like to play the young guys when RJ was the youngest player on the Knicks, and RJ's been starting for as long as he's been a Knick. That has never changed. RJ has been a starter.
As I said, bro, all these narratives are dying, but for some reason, people still run with them.
Tibbs could have easily said, "Yo, I don't like this young guy. Let's trade for someone else." No. Let's develop him. Let's build on him. Let's see what he can do. He could have said the same about Grimes. He could have said the same about Quickly. And all these trade rumors and all these trade talks, Tibbs could have easily went to Leon Rose, because Leon Rose is Tibbs' boy and Tibbs is Leon Rose's boy. They like this, twinning them. He could have easily whispered in his ear and was like, "Yo, bro, let's get this guy." And Leon be like, "Yo, you sure?" Yeah. But no, we're building something here. We're building a culture. So, thumbs up. I don't know where I'm going with this rant, but we do what we do. So, that pretty much concludes this episode of Knicks Anonymous. What a great show. I had too much passion at the end of it. I'm sorry. I was really getting into it.
We didn't ramble in the beginning. We rambled in the end.
Which is good. You know, if you're an old Knick fan, you know, and you just got blessed with this beautiful rant. If you don't know, now you know. Remember, you can follow us on all social medias that you can find down below in the description. While you're down there, please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, especially comment. We like talking Knicks with you guys. We love the feedback. I'm LJ.
I'm Stevie. You know how we do.
Stevie in the building. We are Knicks Anonymous. We are the people's voice.
And we are nothing without the people.
You, the people. See y'all next time. Peace.